Dear learners, today's lecture we learn about distillation. What is meant by distillation? Classification of distillation, applications of distillation, what is simple distillation, what is basic equipment or components of distillation. So in this section we learn about that. So distillation is separation techniques used for separation, water purification, purification of petroleum products, water for injection development. These are the widely applications and usefulness of distillation. A distillation may be defined as the separation of the components of a liquid mixture by a process involving vaporization and subsequent condensation at another place. Distillation may be defined as the separation of the components of a liquid mixture by a process involving vaporization and subsequent condensation at another place. Distillation process involves two steps. First step, that is converting a liquid into vapor phase, and second step, that is transferring the vapor to another place and recovering the liquid by condensation. These are the two steps. The feed liquid is known as distill and the condensed liquid is known as distillate or condensate. So this is a distillation. Next, applications of distillation. So that is the separation of volatile oil. So this is the separation techniques used for separation of volatile oils from cloves, anise seed, eucalyptus leaves by the method of steam distillation. Purification of organic solvents, another application of distillation. Manufacturing of official preparations like spirit and aromatic spirit. Distillation water and water for injection are prepared as the specification of pharmacopoeia. These are the application of distillation. Also, refining of petroleum product, petroleum industry, crude oil is refined into different fractions using flash distillation. These are the also application of distillation. Recovery of solvents. Solvents are used for extraction of drugs from plant parts and synthetic reaction mixture. So these are the also application of distillation. Solvents utilized, that is ethanol, methanol, water. So recovery of solvents used for extraction of drugs from plant parts, synthetic reaction mixture. Next, quality control method. Distillation method is used for determining alcohol content in liquid process form such as elixir. And in next, separation of drugs obtained from plant and animal sources. Example, vitamin A is separated from fish liver oil using molecular distillation. So these are the also applications, important applications of distillation. So these are the various applications of distillation, that is separation of volatile oil, purification of organic solvent, manufacturing of official preparation, refining of petroleum product, recovery of solvents, quality control methods, and separation of drugs obtained from plant and animal sources. Next, general equipment for distillations. So distillation assembly, it contains steel. It is used for vaporizing chambers, used to place the material to be distilled. Those we want to distill, that will be placed in steel till is heated by suitable means for vaporization of volatile constituent. In laboratory scale, round bottom flask is used for distillation process. This round bottom flask is made up from glass, and the glass we utilize because the distillation process can be easily observed. The condenser is attached to steel using appropriate joints. A trap is inserted between distillation flask and condenser. Second part, that is condenser, used to condense the vapor. It kept cold circulating water air through jacket. Receiver, it is used to collect distillate. Those a product will distillate will used to collect. It may be simple flask So these are the components. Next, classification of distillation, that is simple distillation, flash distillation, vacuum distillation, fractional distillation, steam distillation, molecular distillation. Simple distillation also called as differential distillation due to the density difference between volatile substance and vapor pressure. So that's why it also called as differential distillation. Flash distillation also called as equilibrium distillation, vacuum distillation, distillation under reduced pressure, fractional distillation, rectification, steam distillation, molecular distillation, evaporation distillation or short path distillation. Simple distillation used for water for injection, flash distillation petroleum industry utilize. So these are the classification of distillation method. Next, simple distillation. First, principle of simple distillation. Simple distillation is a process of converting a single constituent from liquid or mixture into vapor, transferring the vapor to another place and recovering the liquid by condensing the vapor, usually by allowing it to come in contact with cold surface. The process is known as differential distillation. Why is differential distillation? Because difference in volatilities and vapor pressure of the components in the mixture. Liquid boil when its vapor pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure. Simple distillation is conducted at boiling point. The higher the relative volatility of liquid, the better is the separation by simple distillation. Heat is supplied to the liquid so that it boils. Resulting vapor is transferred to a different place and condensed. So these are the construction of simple distillation. It consists of distillation flask with the side arm sloping downwards. Condenser is fitted into the side arm by means of cork. The condenser is usually water condenser, and the condenser is connected to a receiver flask using an adapter. In laboratory scale, the whole apparatus is made up of glass. So basically it consists of distillation flask, condenser, a receiver, and it is made up from glass. So in lab level easily observe what the process will going on. Procedure how to done this practical. In the laboratory scale, the liquid to be distilled is filled into the flask to 1/2 to 2/3 of its volume. In laboratory scale, liquid to be filled into the flask 1/2 to 2/3 of its volume. Second, bumping is avoided by adding small pieces of porcelain or porous pot before distillation. A thermometer is inserted to cork and fixed to the flask to detect the temperature. The thermometer bulb must be just below the level of side arm. Water is circulated through the jacket of the condenser. The contents are heated gradually. The liquid begins to boil after some time. The vapor begins to rise up and passes down the side arm into the condenser. The temperature increases rapidly and reaches a constant value. The temperature of distillate is noted down, which is equal to the boiling point of liquid. The vapor is condensed and collected into a receiver. This is the procedure of simple distillation. So in that, a liquid will added in 1/2 to 2/3 of its volume. Bumping is avoided by breaking of flask glass, that will be avoided by adding a small pieces of porcelain. Thermometer is inserted due to the detection of temperature. Water is circulated through the jacket of condenser and the content are heated gradually. The vapor is condensed and collected into a receiver. This is the procedure of simple distillation. Applications of simple distillation. Simple distillation techniques is used for preparation of distilled water and water for injection. Simple distillation techniques is used for preparation of distilled water and water for injection. Second application, volatile and aromatic water are prepared by using simple distillation. Third, organic solvent are purified and few official compounds are prepared by distillation. Example, spirit. And last, non-volatile solids are separated from volatile liquids. So these are the applications of simple distillation. Thank you. keep learning, keep growing. Once we revise what you learn in these sections and then we end this section. So we learn about what is distillation. Distillation is a separation techniques. It separate out petroleum product, herbal drugs separate out, or separation of components of liquid mixture by a process involving vaporization and subsequent condensation at another place. The feed liquid is known as distill and the condensed liquid is known as distillate or condensate. Application: separation of volatile oil, purification of organic solvent, manufacturing of official preparation, refining of petroleum product, recovery of solvents, quality control methods, separation of drug obtained from plant and animal sources. General equipment for distillation, that is still, condenser and receiver. Classification of distillation: simple distillation, flash distillation, vacuum distillation, fractional distillation, steam distillation and molecular distillation. These are the classification. Simple distillation is also called as differential distillation, the process of converting a single constituent from liquid or mixture into vapor, transferring the vapor to another place and recovering the liquid by condensing the vapor, usually by allowing it to come in contact with cold surface. So in evaporation, we seen that the substance will heated, then it converted into vapor form, that is evaporation. But here vapor form is collected in another place, that is called as distillation. So this is the basic difference of evaporation and distillation. So liquid boils when its vapor pressure is equal to atmospheric pressure, and simple distillation is conducted at boiling point, means 100 degrees Celsius, and evaporation will carried out below the boiling point. This is also basic difference in distillation and evaporation techniques. The higher the relative volatility of liquid, in better separation by simple distillation. Heat is supplied the liquid so it boil rapidly, and the resulting vapor is transferred to a different place and condensed. Construction we learn about. It consists of distillation flask, condenser and receiver, and it is assembly is made up from glass. Procedure: the substance and those we want to distill will added in distillation flask, that is 1/2 to 2/3. Bumping is avoided by adding small pieces of porcelain or porous spot before the distillation to avoid the bumping. Thermometer is inserted to detect the temperature, and the thermometer bulb must be just below the level of sidearm. Water is circulated through the jacket of the condenser, and the content are heated gradually. Liquid begins boil after some times. The temperature of the distillate is noted down, which is equal to the boiling point of liquid. The vapor is condensed and collected into a receiver. Applications of simple distillation. Simple distillation techniques is used for distilled water and water for injection. This is a important applications. Volatile and aromatic water are prepared by using simple distillation. Organic solvent are purified. A few official compounds are prepared by distillation. Example are spirit of nitrous ether and aromatic spirit of ammonia. Non-volatile solids are separated from volatile liquids. Hope you will understand distillations, what is distillation, classification of distillations, applications of distillations. Learn from everywhere, every time, at any place. Thank you. Keep learning, keep growing. Thank you so much.